Now, I just want to rewind what I've been doing over the last 20 years and explain why I think what I call the hybrid model doesn't really work. And you might find this interesting if you're considering passport broing yourself. Essentially, whilst I've had this UK limited company and whilst I've been doing other things, being based in the UK essentially, I spent large periods of my time in the EU and other foreign countries, including Thailand and so on, working through my limited company, paying taxes in the UK, but spending about 6 months of the year outside of the UK. And I call this the hybrid model. You're not really based anywhere. And I don't think this works anymore, at least for me, and here's why. And the reason is when you go to the EU, obviously because Brexit, I can only stay for 3 months at a time. Why is that a problem? Well, you know, back in the day, I used to do day game, I'm sure you've heard of it. And you'd go out and do like a raid on the streets. You'd go and approach a number of women. I didn't approach as many as some guys did, but I'd approach a reasonable number of women, usually off IOIs, that was my thing, and try and get dates, bonk them. And I did that quite successfully for quite a long time. But latterly, I've lost the motivation to do that because of my greater age, because of more experience, because I just don't have the inclination to do that anymore. But more importantly, psychologically, after having done it for many years, when I'm staying in these countries and I know that I've got to leave after 3 months for at least another 3 months, you know, the 90-day scheme, I know that it's really difficult to set up a sort of permanence in the location. If I meet a woman over there, for example, I've got to leave, you know. And the way that things work, a lot of women in Eastern Europe previously might have wanted to come and live in the UK. Nowadays, they prefer to stay, quite possibly, where they are. So it's difficult to schedule and organise getting any potential hypothetical woman to come with you on a more permanent basis. And like I say, just psychologically, when you know you've got to leave after 30 days, at least this is what happened to me, I just think, why bother? Why bother trying to make friends? Why bother going to social events? Why bother with any of this? Because I've got to leave anyway. And in the next 3 months, I might be in a completely different country. So that's why I don't think the hybrid model works.